Another CEO Conversations with me, Dana Hayes Burke, also known as the Vision Builder. Tonight, we are going to be talking about marketing because so many of us are struggling with our marketing. We don't exactly know what we want to do, what we're supposed to be doing, and therefore, marketing comes to us as something that can be very complicated. Lots of moving parts. We're not sure what those moving parts are supposed to do. So tonight we are going to talk about how to create a marketing strategy. And I'm just starting with the very basics of it because I don't want to overwhelm you and I don't want to complicate it for you. And I certainly do not want to just look at it from one angle. So if this is the first time that you are seeing me, that you are here, that you are catching the replay on LinkedIn or on YouTube, welcome. I'm extremely happy that you are here. In my community, I am called or known as the Vision Builder, and it's simply because my primary objective in all of the services that I do, provide, and all of the products that I have created is to help you to see the vision, believe the vision, and to build the vision. And to build a vision, you have to have a clear vision and you have to have a clear strategy, right? So, my goal is always to provide guidance, support in the area of helping you to build your vision. So, in so doing, I have created CEO Conversations as a space to help entrepreneurs, small business owners to change their way of thinking, to change their way of dealing with problems, to change the way that they perceive things that are happening in your business and in their space so that they can now start to see the results that they are looking for. So, tonight, as I said, we are going to be talking about marketing. I started the marketing conversation on the last episode. So, if you have not caught that as yet, you can go back into the videos on YouTube or just go back on my posts on LinkedIn and you will see that video. But out of that video came a lot of good discussions, great discussions, I would say, with persons offline regarding how do you actually create a marketing plan. Now, on the last episode, for lack of a better term, I spoke about the fact that marketing is a way that you connect with the emotions of your ideal client so that you can make the sale. Very, very important. So, marketing is not simply about sharing information that you are selling something. It's not simply about putting up a flyer or just making random posts. The objective is to create a connection with the persons who are observing, experiencing, seeing your ads so that they will be inclined, they will be motivated, they will be inspired to make a purchase. And the reason that we do this is because despite how much persons think that they are not emotional buyers, most buying or purchasing decisions are made on emotions, especially that initial one, especially things that are not necessarily linked to our basic needs. Everything beyond that, we tend to make based on an emotion. And there are two primary emotions, and I'm just recapping quickly for those of you who missed last week, as well as because last week's video we had some technical challenges. Today, things are going smoothly. So I'm going to recap really, really quickly, right? So when it comes down to um, the two main emotions that inspires persons to take action, I've categorized them into two big categories. One, it is the fear of missing out, FOMO. If your marketing can inspire that, wonderful. And the second part of it is called the endowment or the endearment effect. And you want to be able to have that connection with persons on that intimate level. Now, if you want more of that, I'm going to drop in the comments the link for the past episode so that you can actually understand what that means. So, without further ado, we're going into today's presentation. Lovely. So, how to create your marketing strategy? How do you create your marketing strategy? Now, this is not going to be extremely complicated, guys. This is the basics. The goal of these sessions is not to overwhelm you with all of my knowledge, but really to give you something that you can go away with and implement. So if you are seeing this clearly, if you are hearing me clearly, you are looking on live or you're looking at the replay, please drop a one in the comments if you are seeing and if you are hearing me clearly. I'm also going to check on my own device to ensure that everything is clear. All right, lovely. Things are looking good. All right, let's go ahead. So, how to create a marketing strategy. The first thing that I want to share with you is that the starting point of a powerful strategy is knowing the destination. This is whether you're thinking about marketing, about business, about life. If you want to have a powerful strategy, you have to be really, really clear on where you are going. Here's the thing that many of us struggle with in terms of strategy for marketing. We're not very clear on the objectives, the outcomes that we are trying to achieve. And that lack of clarity will cause us to make numerous missteps along the way because we don't have that singular focus. Today I was listening to an interview, well, a clip of an interview with Tyler Perry. And he is the guy, Medea and Tyler Perry Studios, and such a large accomplishment. And if you know his story, at one point he was homeless and he really came from like rags to riches in his journey. And one of the questions that was posed to him is, how did you move from where you started writing a play that was not on any stage to now being a billionaire, owning your own studio, acres and acres of land as a black man that was once held, I think, by persons who were in the Confederate Army? And he said this, and it stood out to me, and that's why I'm sharing it with you guys today. He said that he had a very clear vision and a very clear goal. And anything that did not serve that goal, he said no to. That's so critical and so important. What he essentially was saying is that he knew the destination, he knew where he would like to be at the end of a particular period. And any action, any alignment, any decisions that came his way that did not take him closer to that destination, he opted out of it. And that is why, even in your marketing, the starting point of a powerful strategy in your marketing is actually knowing the destination. So, let us talk quickly about your marketing strategy at a glance. This is basically the lesson of tonight. How do you create a marketing strategy? Start with these questions. These questions are so important to you making the right choices for your marketing in your business. And ideally, I'm going to say this because I'm also on LinkedIn, right? Marketing is not only for persons who are in business, but it's also for persons who are in sales, for persons who are looking for new jobs. Marketing is the way that you present yourself. You present your solution to the world. But if you were to think about how, where, when, and the process of creating the impact that you want to create, and you want to create and you want to build out a marketing strategy that does that, then there are certain things that we have to ask. So this is foundation. This is marketing planning 101. The first thing you need to be clear on is who. Who do you want to meet? Who are the persons that you would like to be connected with? Who are the people that you would like to serve? Who are the people that you, when you started your business, when you started your brand, who are the people you had in mind? Very important. You got to be clear on your who. So, for lack of a better, more elaborate example, but for the sake of simplicity, you have to know who the person is so that you can speak the right language. Okay? So, if you would like to connect with persons in Paris, then the chances are knowing that it's a Paris client base that you have, a Parisian client base that you have in mind, that it tells you a lot about where to position your ads, the language that you need to position your ads. You need to understand their culture so that it is culturally appropriate and sticks its landing. So, that question of who you are trying to meet with your ads and with your marketing is so essential. Why do you need them to see you? You have to understand your why. Why do I need these individuals to see me? What is the significance of them seeing me, meeting me? Not only for you, but also for them. Why do you need them to see you? Again, that's such an important question because it feeds into every single thing that you say to these individuals. Imagine it's speed dating. I have never been on speed dating, so I can't give you details, but I've seen it on television. Imagine that you are looking for a partner, right? Who you are trying to attract gives it really would play a big role in your positioning of yourself and your whole marketing strategy, right? Why you need them to see you? Because of what? Because you are good for them, because they are good for you, because perhaps persons that are like-minded are going to accomplish great things together. So it's the same thing with your business. Why do you need them to see you from your perspective, and why do they need to see you from their perspective? Very important. How? How do you want them to think about you? Sometimes I look at what people put out as marketing and I'm trying to understand what are they trying to get people to think about them? Like, where in the mind of these ideal clients do you want to find yourself? There is a thing about the human brain that I studied in consumer behavior. And it is the reality that because there is so much stimuli around us consistently, always, all of the time, we create mental shortcuts in our brains that tells us where everything goes, where everyone fits. Those mental shortcuts are of great significance, which means that every time someone interacts with your brand, interacts with your marketing, you are solidifying or creating a space, a mental shortcut for them concerning where you should be. So, how do you want people to think about you is so important, is so crucially important if you want to have a solid marketing strategy. Because, guys, I'm going to be real again because I have no other way of being. Some of you, depending on the business you're in, now I know we want to show personality. I know we're going to show who we are, and all of that good stuff. And I'm definitely not against that in any way. But sometimes I'm like, how does this connect with the way that you want persons to see you? Now, we want them to see us as human, correct? We want them to see our personality, absolutely. But we also don't want that some of the things that we put out as our marketing to so significantly impair the work that we were doing before. So, how do you want your ideal clients to think about you? Write that down. So, all of these questions that I'm putting out here, this is your homework. I would like you to sit and to look at the slide and to write the answers to these questions, because it's then going to inform how you create your whole marketing plan. And finally, with your marketing plan, when you think about who you want to connect with, why you want to connect with them, how you would like them to see you, then you also need to know where they are hanging out, guys. You need to know where they are hanging out. I remember asking this question on my Instagram page. Do you know where your clients are hanging out? I'm going to have to look for that post on my stories and get back the survey findings. But what was alarming to me is that most people didn't know. A lot of people chose their marketing on the basis of their preference, and I'm just going to go straight to social media. A lot of folks choose their social media marketing on the basis of their preference of social media platform. Those of you who are looking on live, is that true? Is that true of you? A lot of folks think about their social media postings, their social media platforms, because I like Facebook, or because I like Twitter, or because I like Instagram. But is that where your clients are hanging out? So some of you are wondering, hmm, why is it that when I post, people like it, but nobody's buying it? Well, I want to suggest to you I want to suggest to you that it could very well be that who you're talking to is not who you want to talk to. That who question at the top, that who question at the beginning, that first foundation question, that is unclear to you. So, what you're getting, you've been speaking, you've been marketing, you've been talking the language of the people who will like, but not the people who will buy. So we have to be clear in our minds about where's your client hanging out. I remember talking to a client of mine once, and I said, I need you to be on LinkedIn. And she's like, I don't like LinkedIn. And I said to her, I said, well, you may not like it, but that's where your people are. They're not coming to look for you on Instagram. It's an unfortunate reality. And perhaps one of the topics that I definitely need to cover in CEO conversations is that we need to understand our customer segments. Because not all customers or not all people are for all products. And we definitely need to know the difference, right? So, where are your clients hanging out? So, you want to start to optimize your marketing strategy. These are the 4 questions that I need you to start with. And I'm going to recap. Who do you want to meet? Who do you want to meet? Why do you need them to see you? So this question is twofold. Why on your side and why on their side? Why is this connection necessary? How do you want them to think about you? This is a very important question because people make mental shortcuts for the solutions that they need. People make mental shortcuts for the solution that they need. There is a reason why, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes depending on where I'm heading, I drive the wrong direction because I'm almost on autopilot because I know when I pass this way, I go a particular place, right? So it's the same thing that you want to happen with your own business, your own marketing. You would like that when persons hear your name or hear something in particular, you come to mind. So when persons hear vision, Dana comes to mind. When persons hear business strategy, I come to mind. That has been very intentional because I've been thinking about who, why, how, and then I also think about where. Where do I want to? Where are the persons hanging out? So that's where I need to be found. Okay? Are you all with me? So this is your homework. I would like you to go and answer those questions. And if you can, come back to the video and on the comments, let me know what the process was like for you, what you have found out. if it was enlightening for you in any way. But when you also do that, I mentioned this last week and I'm so excited to finally be able to open it up to you. I have a free training coming up in marketing and it's called Sell It Anyway. Ha! It sounds like Dana, right? Sell It Anyway. It's a free training, and in it, I'm going to be showing the easiest ways for busy entrepreneurs and small business owners to sell on social media without overwhelm. To sell on social media without overwhelm. And I'm really excited about bringing this training to you. I did a survey and I asked folks, what training would you want? And marketing came up. So let's go with it. Let's make it happen, right? So in this training, you will discover your natural selling style so that you don't feel like a fraud when selling. I will also help you or guide you to create a simple social selling strategy that is easy for you to follow through with, and I will help you to identify selling opportunities that you are missing. So that's the objectives of this training. It's a free training, guys. All you need to do is go onto dhbstrategy.com. That's the company website. Sell it anyway, backslash sell it anyway, and you will be able to register. Once you register, you just need to confirm and you're in. So this is going to be on Saturday, the 19th of March, 2022 at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've been working on this training, guys, since November of last year. So in other words, it's in your best interest to sign up. This is a perfect training for entrepreneurs, for small business owners, for people who are in the sales profession. This is a fantastic training for you to attend. So I look forward to seeing you there. And next week, we are going to have another episode of CEO Conversations streamed to you. Um, and I really think that it's this whole series of marketing, based on the conversations that I've been having, is definitely something that I just want to continue to touch on as the fourth pillar of a profitable business. It's in the communication space and definitely it's going to help us to really start to see return on all of our activity in our business. So I'm going to hop off of here now. And if you are connected with me on Instagram, I'm going over to Instagram right now to do a live Q&A on some of these things that I've covered over the past month. And you can feel free to hop on over there to send me your questions and I will be happy to answer them. See you guys. Bye.